The smell of Thanksgiving is in the air. Gosh, this kitchen smells good. Today on this episode of Cook This, I'm getting ready for a huge feast for Thanksgiving. Mushroom and sage stuffing, so stick around. Hey guys, I'm Shereen with Cook This. Today I'm getting ready for a big feast and I'm starting with my stuffing. So the first thing I'm doing is I have a day-old baguette. I removed the crust. You definitely want to remove the crust so that way it doesn't create a barrier. We want to absorb all that delicious butter and all the great flavors from the vegetable and the stock that we're going to add into this stuffing. So I just removed the crust, diced it, and now I'm just going to put it on a rim baking sheet, 350 degrees, just to dry out the bread even a little bit more. All right, now we have to prep all of our vegetables. So I have fennel, leeks, celery, thyme, sage, and beautiful wild mushrooms. Just want to slice your shiitakes and also your baby bellas or creminis, which are actually the same thing. You want to slice those as well. And now I have some beech mushrooms. So these are beautiful. These actually grow on a beech tree. That's how they got their name. And they're very common in a lot of Asian cooking, and they're really beautiful. So all you have to do is just separate them. All right, so now for your leeks, which are just a beautiful mild onion. You want the whites and the light green part only. Get rid of the top. They are insanely sandy. So how you want to clean them is just slice them right down the center and then slice it down the center again after you've turned it. So it'll be sort of quartered. And then you just want to slice them. I'm going to submerge them into cold water and then rinse them about 3 times and then dry them really well before we start sauteing them. All right, our leeks are cleaned. Now for our fennel. So you just want to cut off the top, cut off the base, slice it down the center, and then just remove the core. And my daughter Isabella, this is her favorite meal, Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving can be a lot of prep work, right? So for this tip on prepping ahead, you can prep up all your vegetables, get them all diced, chopped, ready to go. Set them aside. You could even saute, do this stage and saute it ahead, and then just put it in the refrigerator and cool it, and then assemble it right before you're ready to eat. All right, we are good to go. So you just want to heat your 12-inch skillet over medium-high heat, and then we have a lot of butter, but we have a lot of vegetables. So 1 stick. Once it's melted, we're going to start sauteing. I'm going to add all my vegetables, saute them until they're tender, season with salt and pepper. And then I have my dried leeks. You want to make sure you dry them really well. And now the thyme. So for thyme, best way to remove the leaves from the stem is just hold the top and then through the opposite direction, just pull. If you have multi-stems, sort of like that one, you want to go the opposite direction. And then again, just pull. And then our mushrooms. That's a lot of vegetables. It's going to make for a great stuffing. Alrighty, while that's sauteing, I'm going to prep my garlic. So we have garlic and sage. When we think of Thanksgiving, we think of sage, right? I'm just gonna pull it off the stem and then just chop it and then mince my garlic. Remember that great little trick, wet your knife, wet your hands, that way your garlic doesn't stick to your fingers. All right, so now you want 2 eggs, so room temperature eggs, and then we're just gonna scramble these in a bowl. And then once our mixture is cooled, we're gonna fold them together in a big bowl along with our already dried out breadcrumb. And then add our stock. We'll place it into a 350-degree oven until it's hot, bubbly, and golden brown, about 35 to 40 minutes. So now you want to butter your dish. So So that way the stuffing doesn't stick to the bottom and gives it more flavor. And then we're gonna dollop some butter on top so it helps it to brown. Now we're gonna add the eggs into our cooled mixture of all of our vegetables and our croutons and the warmed chicken stock, which is now cooled. So this is just the best way to get everything evenly combined in a big bowl. Wild mushroom and sage stuffing looks delicious. So now you just want to cover it with saran wrap. You can keep it warm in a warming drawer or your oven's lowest setting at 170 degrees, and it will stay piping hot and nice and moist for you for about 2 hours. And don't worry about the plastic. It won't melt under 200 degrees. For this recipe, go to the newspaper's website, or for more of my fresh and easy recipes, or if you have any questions, like my Facebook page or tweet me on Twitter @TweetNeats. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy.